up, everyone? All right, well, here we are. It's the end of the first week of August. Sounds familiar. And I'm sitting here with a big red day. Well, I have told this story many times, how one of my turning points was the first week of August. And it was a big red day at the end of the week. And it was a $4,500, $5,000 red day. It had put my account below the PDT level. And it meant that I wasn't going to be able to day trade unless I deposited $4,000 or $3,000 and got back above the PDT level. I didn't have the money to deposit back into my account. So I had to go into my barn and find some stuff I could sell on Craigslist to come up with some money. And it was a difficult time. And during that period, I poured through my trading metrics and I asked myself, what am I doing that's working and what am I doing that's not working? And that was the beginning of me turning the corner. Now, the problem on that day was that when I lost 5,000, my monthly goal was 5,000. So I had dug myself a huge hole. My daily goal was 200. So I was down, 25 times my daily goal. It was bad. Today, my daily goal is 20,000 a day. I'm down 37,000 today. It's disappointing, it's discouraging. It's not the way I wanted to start the month of August. I started with 2 small green days, trader rehab, 5,000 on Monday, 5,000 on Tuesday. Wednesday was down 28,000 before recovering and finishing down 4,000. Not a good day. Yesterday, took one trade, made $400. Today, lost 1,600 on my first trade. Made it back on my second, got green by like $2,000, and then took a $15,000 loss. And just like that, I was down 12 grand on the day. Tried to recover, recovered some of it, but then fell further into the hole. And now I'm below max loss, below 20,000, and I can't trade anymore today. I'm done. Maybe something goes up. If it goes without me. I gotta cut the losses somewhere. So that means I'm down 36 minus 10, 26, but then plus 4, so $30,000 on the month. Well, my monthly goal right now, I actually don't, to be honest, I don't really have a monthly goal right now. I really haven't been setting one, although my good months have been between $250,000 and $400,000 this year. It's pretty impressive. So I have a goal right now of at least hitting 100,000. That's kind of my minimum goal. The fact is, I can do that in one day, in one good day, or 2 decent days, or 3 just okay days. So it's kind of, the bar is set pretty low at 100. 200 is a little bit more of a stretch because it requires me to trade really well pretty much the whole month. And 300 to 400 requires not just me trading well, but some true parabolic momentum, like we had on Neuro last month. And so, almost half of my profit last month came from that one parabolic stock. This month, I'm up about 35,000 on Robinhood, but I'm down like 50,000 on BYSI, losing on it on the first day, not trading it yesterday, and then losing 43,000 on it today. And it's the classic problem of, I had a good trade, I had a great entry, but with small size. I sold it, then added back with big size, and then it fails. Of course. In a hot market, the add back continues. In this market, the add back has been failing. And so I feel pretty discouraged because this has been a real trader rehab fail this week. I did well the first 2 days, and then Wednesday was bad, yesterday was good, and then today's bad. So it's just not been a good week for me in terms of restricting myself to smaller size and having discipline and really taking it slow. It's kind of just the way I'm wired. I trade big, I go big, and when the market's hot, I do really well, and there's no doubt about it, it pays well. I'm sure there's people that watch me trade that are like, oh my God, he's adding at the highs. What is he doing? It's not a hot market. He's gonna get nailed, he's gonna get crushed. And then there it goes. Of course, in a hot market, they see the ad at the high and they're like, man, he's got some cojones. Look at him, he's adding at the high. This thing, whoa, it's so extended, but there it goes, another 2 points. Did he just really make $60,000 in one trade? So it's a sword that cuts both ways, and that's just the way it is. You can't have the winners without the losers, and the losers are discouraging. Days like today are, feel like a real downer, and especially when it's the beginning of the month, a slow month. And I think the problem for me with Trader Rehab is I go big on the first trade. I go in with full size of 6,000 shares on the first trade, and then when I lose on it, I just feel like, well, then on trade 2, I need to take bigger size to make back the loss. If you lose a full $2 a share with 6,000 shares, you're down 12,000. It's like the odds of you making $2 a share are so slim for me that the only way I'm going to make back 12,000 is by increasing size and then getting smaller winners, but multiple smaller winners. And just like that, I'm like, all right, I'm overriding the share size restriction, and that's what I did today on Robinhood, which paid off, but on BYSI did not pay off. So, I'm not going to say that I'm going to do anything really differently next week. I've been trading for so long. This is just the way I trade. There's green days, there's red days. The red days are big. The green days are big. This is just how it is. So I'll be back at it. I am thinking about taking, maybe a couple days just to kind of like press the reset button. I'm glad that we're coming into the weekend. And in hindsight, had I focused on the small account, because that was what I was thinking about. I was like, maybe I should just focus on the small account like all week next week. That's what I was saying a week ago. And, I didn't. I traded both accounts. Maybe next week I really should just put the big account on the shelf. It's down, now I'm continuing the red streak that began in July. That's the problem, because I'm down 30,000 this week. So I was already down 126,000 last week. Now I'm down another 30. So I'm glad the loss is smaller than last week, but now I'm down 150,000 off of my all-time high of a year, which was probably like 2.7 million. So it's tolerable, but the loss is getting bigger and the drawdown is getting bigger. And if the market's not giving me those big wins, maybe it is better just to put that account up on the shelf. And the thing in the small account is that I just simply don't have the buying power to go big. I can't do it, not until the account grows. So it may be a good idea just to, it's one of these things that I've said before, I hate putting it on the shelf when it's in this state of kind of, I'd feel better putting it on the shelf when it's like at all-time highs, because it's like, it feels more complete, like you've completed a project, or you've got this, like, you're at a good stopping point. It doesn't feel like a good stopping point when you're kind of stopping after having a big screw up, although that's probably psychologically the best time to stop, just to get some space from it. So I've got some stuff to think about over the weekend. Maybe I'll do a video on Sunday or something like that and let you guys know what the plan is for the week ahead, because I'm not sure what it's going to be right now. I don't know, but having 2 red weeks in a row is discouraging for sure, and it's seasonally typical, July, August, but it doesn't make it feel that much better. So it's kind of the same as I started January. First 2 weeks of January, I lost like 180,000 bucks. Finished the month up almost $1 million, but it was a bad start. So I don't know. Not sure what I'm gonna do, but in any case, I'm really grateful that it's not a $200,000 or $300,000 red day, for sure. Because then in one day I would have lost my entire profit for the month, like I had so many years ago when I lost 5,000. And then it's unthinkable. It's like I'd have to trade fantastic setups, perfectly trading, just to finish the month flat. To finish the month even green would be impossible. And that's not the situation right now. The situation right now is I'm one good trade away from being green on the month. That's great. Okay. Can I have the discipline to wait for one good trade, or am I going to keep getting chopped out trading, these poor, not as good quality setups? And that comes down to discipline. It's a really tough one. It's a tough one for, I think, probably a lot of day traders, because we're so tuned to being aggressive. That's that internal wiring to be aggressive is what makes me a good day trader. But even the best day traders, and I'm not saying I'm the best, but even good day traders, profitable day traders, struggle with knowing the right time to ease off the throttle. And we all go into red stretches, have ruts, and digging our way out is important. So I'll be interested to see, a month from now, kind of where I'm at, 6 weeks from now, how I was able to dig myself out of this one, if it was just through focusing on small trades for a period of a couple weeks, like trying to just get green, small, easy trades, or if it was, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. All right, so that's my intro to the recap. I'll do the full recap, which is just a continuation of the same conversation, really. I'll show you the trades I took, but that's it for me. Again, this is my digital journal. I'm just sharing with you guys the ups and downs of being a trader. There's a lot of ups, but there's a lot of downs, and trading is risky. My results are not typical, and most traders lose money. So this feeling right now, this is what most traders feel every single day. It's just finishing the day disappointed, discouraged, frustrated, not sure how to move, how to sort of move forward. So, yep, it's a challenge. Appreciate and really take note of that. Okay, so that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoy the recap. Hit the thumbs up. It's a red day recap. Transparency is important. I'll be back at it, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, enjoy the recap. All right, well, coming to the end of the week here, finishing red, down 36,000. The bulk of everything, really, the loss on BYSI. Ironic because, you have this big move here. The problem, and this is where I struggle a little bit. I had a small size trade here because I was already down 15,000 on BYSI. I had a small size trade here, made back like $3,000 on this move, then had a nice trade here, and then on this setup right here took too much size and disregarded my 6,000 share max size, and then ended up taking a $20,000 loss on that trade. So it went from down 15,000 or whatever to down 36. Gosh, I don't even know, whatever it was. So I just got myself too aggressive, and this is typical August trading. Hood was my biggest winner, 9,000. So I did well on that, but BYSI was just, the losses on that were just too big. And, I stopped out at the low of that drop there. That was, just me bailing out, cutting the loss. And it's always tricky when that happens, because even right now it's up it's up about 30 cents off of my stop where I bailed out, which was pretty much the low of that candle. 5 cents off the low, but at a certain point you can't just keep holding it. It could flush back to VWAP. If you just stare at it while it drops, you get caught in a halt going down. So I am red on the month of August by about $30,000. I really only I have 2 green days, 5,000 each. Then I was down 4,000 on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then yesterday was up 400, so down 36,000 today. It's tough when the market just doesn't feel like it's on your side, where you come in every day, day after day, and just kind of keep getting smoked. It's disappointing. It's not fun. No one in the world likes that. Unfortunately, it's kind of the reality of trading. There's no such thing as a trader who's green every single day, every day of the year. The only person who's green every day of the year is a stockbroker who makes the money on the commissions. Traders, we have green days, we have red days. We have green months, we have red months. As we sit right now, I feel really grateful that we're coming into, it's the first week of August, whatever. So I'm down 25, 30,000 on the month. That's not a big deal. I know for sure, and you guys have seen this, that in one good day I can make $100,000. Unfortunately, this has kind of been my stretch here for the last little bit. This isn't updated for August, but August will have 2 more green days like this, and then 1 more red day like this. I'm cutting my losses pretty much at the same level, 30, 36,000. I'm not trying to fight it and, make it back. I'm just saying, well, that sucks, but, what can you do? But I'm not having these type of green days. in the way I had in June and July, 28, 30, $40,000 green days, like back to back, 10 of those in a row, and you're sitting up $200,000 on the month. A nice $100,000 day is obviously what you like to see. So as we sit right here, I'm in a grind, and this is very typical of August. I would say that it's another setback for me in terms of trader rehab and managing risk and using small size. It's something that I'm really struggling with. I'm not good at committing myself to it. I'll do it for a couple days and then I'll just say, you know what, I'm cutting myself short. I'm selling myself short by not being more aggressive. But at the same time, after this is I was red last week, so this is 2 red weeks in a row for me, which is that's pretty bad. It's disappointing. Big picture, it's not that big a deal, but when you look at the calendar, it's like, all right, that's a red week, and then here first week of August is a red week, so I'm in a bit of a struggle here these last 3 weeks or so. I'll be happy to break out of it, but at the same time, it's no different from what I had the first 2 weeks of January. It's not different from the first 2 weeks of February. Those red days were huge. This was a $100,000 red day, and that was $260,000. I dug myself a huge hole in the month. April, some bigger red days there, 58,000. May, this was a bit of a red stretch, wasn't super deep, but June, 37,000, 25,000. So this is just the way it goes. And if you didn't already know, trading is risky. Easy come, easy go. Just like that, it can be gone. So no reason, I try to look at the glass half full as much as I can. So looking at the glass half full, I'm up, let's see, on the year, 2.6 million gross profit. So I'm down $30,000 today. It's all right. This strategy pays really well. Granted, it pays better when the market's hot and not as well when the market's cold. But big picture, over long periods of time, the strategy pays really well. I've never been good at taking my foot off the gas. I trade big. I go aggressive. Hot markets or cold markets, I swing big. And at some point, someday in my career, maybe I'll get better at that, but I sort of doubt it. If I haven't at this point, I don't really think I'm going to change. So, I trade big, I trade aggressively, and that's the way I turned less than $600 into what's now 9 million gross profit. So, I sometimes feel like, I wish I could ease off, I wish I could go slower, but going big is what's worked for me. And the thing is, if you can't handle the losses, then you're not going to be able to have the winners. And so the losses aren't fun, but I have losses like this all the time. And I bounce back the next day, I step up to the plate, and who knows, maybe on Monday I'll have a $75,000 green day. $100,000 green day can happen just like that. And when the market's hot, you guys have seen how I can stack up those profits, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, 100, 150, 200. The best day this year was just under $500,000. So it just sucks to have a grind of 2 or 3 weeks where you keep just kind of like stepping up to the plate and swinging hard, and you just feel like you're in a little bit of a rut. But you got to try to keep your head up. We've all been there, and it's part of trading, and trading's not easy. The hardest part is the emotional stuff. So I never like to finish the week on a red note. I don't like to start the month in the red, but this is what it is here for the month of August. So down, let's say 30,000 or so on the month. That's, fortunately for me, just one good day away from being back to flat. It's a few good days away from being up 100,000 on the month. So I haven't dug myself such a deep hole that I have no chance of recovering by any means. But I'll need to try to hope that we have some better opportunities in the following 3 weeks for the month of August. If let's say if next week shows the same as what we're seeing now, it just continues to be choppy, then, it's going to be a little discouraging, but there's nothing I can really do about it. I could choose not to trade at all. I could say, I'm not going to trade. I'm just going to take the rest of the month off and come back in September. I could do that, but I don't plan to. I like to be able to be here every day because you never know when you're going to get that surprise move. And a lot of times they do come as a surprise. All of a sudden you have this big move and you didn't see it coming, and if you were just sitting on the sidelines, you would have missed it completely. So I show up every day looking for opportunities, and I don't know. We'll see. Maybe at some point I will think about. I'll see. I'm going to think about it this weekend, and kind of come up with a game plan for next week. Because I don't really know. I mean, I'm in 3 weeks now of choppy trading, so maybe it is time to take a little step back and take a little summer vacation and recharge, and then come back a little later. I don't know. Maybe that is the time. Because the third week of July I was down like 30,000 and then had 2 huge days, but then it proceeded to give all of that back. So I don't know. I mean, the fact is the market's just not very hot right now. So we'll see. I'll keep thinking about it. But for those of you guys going through the classes, study. Watch those live archives. This, you might not think it, but this is the best time to be studying, because when you're studying during a hot market, you feel so much FOMO because you're missing so much opportunity. Studying during a cold market prepares you for the next hot market. So prepare, get ready, study. That way, when things start to pick up, you'll be in a position to really experience it and practice and do well with it. All right, that's it for me. Sorry to finish the week with kind of a downer, but it's just the way it goes, and I'll be back. We'll see. I'll be back. All right, I'll see you guys later. I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please hit that subscribe button.